Hello, folks. Welcome to today's Human Music live stream, where you see me, Quincas Moreira, compose almost every day, most days, in a variety of different styles, using a variety of different instruments and techniques and technologies, etc. And the point here is artificial intelligence free zone, where a real human is writing music and composing and producing, um, using techniques and technologies from very classic ones to very modern ones. Um, so I play a real drum set, for example, with no quantization, except for sometimes. Sometimes I quantize. And but I also play a instrument, MPE controller with cutting edge synthesizers. It all depends on what we're using. David Kaiser is here saying happy birthday to me. That was, thank you so much, David. Yesterday I turned 50 years old, folks, half a century. Hi, Breeze. Good to see you here as well. Yeah, my usual suspects are joining. Breeze, I keep trying to join your stream, but I always have things that I need to get done before I start mine. So it's been really complicated. Today I started a little bit late, about half an hour late, because I had a meeting, very important meeting with the production company in Brazil with whom I'm working to create some cues for a Netflix series. I'm not sure how much I can say about it, so I won't say much. But yeah, I'm negotiating and working with a Brazilian production company, and I might be involved. Probably will be involved in the production of some music cues for some episodes of a really cool Brazilian produced series for Netflix. So that's exciting. And yeah, that meeting ended at about 12:20, and it's 12:37 now. So I'm starting. I've been doing streams at really weird moments in the day. Yeah, you know, I I wonder. I should probably like turn on notifications for your channel. Are you doing them on YouTube, Reese? If you are, I'm gonna find your channel and hit the notification bell. That way, if you happen to do it at a moment when I'm available to watch it, I will definitely watch it. I'd love to see what you're doing. I'm sure one day it'll work out. And okay, so what we've been doing for the last couple of days is this spy jazz. This is a composition that I kind of wrote spontaneously over 20 years ago. It's one of those doodles that you always play and evolved into a song. And I've always liked it. In fact, I've been mentioning some similar songs in terms of vibe and Fever. I think Breeze brought up Fever. I've also thought of Pink Panther, Peter Gunn. You know, that's spy jazz vibe, Mancini vibe. But then I thought there's a show tune that kind of has a similar rhythmic phrase, which I'm doing dong bong 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 bong, and there's something called put it on the Ritz. Is that what it's called? Something on the Ritz, which is dun 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 dun. So that's even more similar. I think that might have been in my subconscious when I was, uh, coming up with this little riff. Edgar is here bringing some axes for today. Say hi, Edgar. So Edgar just brought me my bass six. This is a Squire version of Fender's six-string bass guitar, and I really mean bass guitar because this is an actual guitar long scale tuned down an octave. So it's not anything like a. I mean, I guess the four strings are tuned like a traditional bass, but it doesn't feel like a bass. It just feels like a big chunky guitar. And I think it's very 60s sounding. It's got a. I need the palanquita, Edgar. I need the tremolo bar. It has a tremolo bar. It's a really interesting, cool sounding instrument that I think might fit the style here. But just in case it doesn't, we also have a Fender Telecaster, Nashville uh, Nashville version because it has a Strat pickup in the middle here. Normally Telecasters only have the two. Can you also tune them for me, Edgar?
Yes, sir.
Ah, thank you. Edgar's already tuned the guitars. This is invaluable right-hand man here. He's the Sancho Panza to my Don Quixote. And putting on the Ritz. That's right. I was thinking put it on the Ritz. Lumimia, coucou. Bienvenue. Might sound similar to the lick that Jimmy Page recorded for the James Bond theme, tuned down low E string. Jimmy Page recorded the James Bond theme? Are you talking about that riff? Was that Jimmy Page? That classic riff? Don 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 don. I always think of that. It's so twangy. It sounds to me like surf or Western kind of the bridge pickup on a Telecaster kind of a vibe. Um, Even the song that Tarantino used, that's Dick Dale, right? That's surf. Um, so yeah, that's the kind of vibe I'm gonna go for with the guitars here on this song. So it's not so pure jazz. It's gonna have some electric guitar vibes. So let's have a listen. Yesterday, basically all we did was tune my bass performance, which I had played originally a cappella with no pitch reference, and I'm also out of shape on the instrument. So we fixed it up. Initially, the idea was to have it work as a better reference to compose over, but in the end, Melodyne sounds so good, and I did a decent enough job with it that I'm feeling like I might not have to re-record that bass. So uh, and also we did a piano doing like just doing the melody, so that would serve as a pitch reference while tuning the bass. But that clearly will not be in the end result. That was just the guide track. So we're gonna open a new piano playlist here. Because I do think the piano sounded really nice in the tune, but I think it has to be very minimalistic piano. I can't. And I was thinking, do I need to bring my Wade Action 88 key controller for this, or because this is the CK61 has synth action keys. They're very light. However, it is a very responsive and sensitive key bed that I've gotten used to. It feels very nice, actually. It's funny. It's a key bed I don't love when it's unplugged. Like it feels like maybe plasticky but as soon as you turn the keyboard on, the way that the sounds respond to it, immediately your perception changes, and it's then suddenly okay. So it's well suited. I think this keyboard was well calibrated. The internal sounds to its keypad. So very, I've noticed that some of for example, I had a Roland VR 09, I think it was, which is kind of a stage keyboard, but more focused on Hammond. And that thing had so many little oversights, little things. It just felt like it wasn't made with love. It was made kind of bureaucratically. Like somebody was like, yeah, some engineer in Roland was like, tasked with making like a Nord for cheaper, and just kind of like clump together some features. And this thing is not like that at all. The Yamaha CK61 feels like it was somebody really like took ownership of the project and was very meticulous about making it a really, really nice instrument. It's similar in concept to the VR09, but much better in implementation. Okay. Bree says he watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly a few months ago. What a weird Western. Awesome music, though. I haven't seen that in a long, long time. I should probably have a look. Some of those spaghetti westerns, with Ennio Morricone soundtracks are kind part of what I'm thinking of for this song. Okay, so enough chatting, right, folks? Let's get to playing. And I'm not a proper jazz pianist. I can sound like one. I can fake it, like if I knew what I was doing. But just like with the contemporary classical composition, I'm a total faker. I'm like playing the part as an actor. I'm playing the part of a jazz pianist that plays outside and knows what he's doing. But I honestly don't. So when I have to do something very specific, suddenly I go to a very basic vocabulary instead of all this fancy stuff that I can like fake. Right? I can fake these really nice dense voicings. But if I had to play an actual harmony, then I'd be like, oh, C minor. That's a limitation that I have from not having properly studied jazz piano. I just went to a certain point and then moved to bass. But we'll see. I do have a little bit of a blues vocabulary. Which might be all we need, really, and maybe some high notes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with this keyboard, not waste time going. Normally, when I have to do pianistic kind of things, I go and get my Alesis Recital Pro, which is a proper weight action 88 note key bed, and it feels really nice. But this is good enough for now, I think. It's going to do the job. So yeah, we'll start with this, then we'll do some guitar, some melodica, and probably be done at that point. Okay, I think I need to let the bass be featured in the beginning, like not double the melody, but I can do which kind of like brings the Pink Panther into the fray, doesn't it? That's kind of a nice ear candy, nice touch. Okay, here's the thing. It's C. I have to work out these chords here because I've only ever played this on the bass. So I don't, the chords, the harmony is kind of intuitively there, but I don't have it cognitively down quite yet. So it's so this is D minor, right? And I'm playing kind of these quarto voicings that are like from the Miles Davis Moto era, like Bill Evans kinds of things. Although I think that was Wynton Kelly on that song. And then it goes, Lord, I did lie, love, so these are two dominant chords, right? It's the B flat dominant, 7th, and then half a step down. No. Yeah. But then when it goes That still works. But it would be nice maybe to. Right, an F here, but just the F major. If I play the major 7, it sounds weird because I don't know. I thought it'd be nice to have a different chord on the second part of the melody. Even though it works if I just do the chromatic thing, the B flat to A. Let's see. Let's just try a take here again. Yeah, I kind of like the swoop up, but I can't miss the. La, da, la, la. Ah, la. Right, that was. This is not working. The A, because the melody is like the ninth, the natural ninth, and so it sounds weird. So la 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 la. So which chord? La 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 la. It works better. Yeah, when I go from the F to the E, and then to the D. E dominant. So it could be a F9. There you go. So. Something like that. I think that's working a little better. Yeah, there's definitely something in the second part of the melody that won't fit with that A dominant chord here, which is this. It's the melody here. I mean, it doesn't necessarily clash, but it's not flattering for it. Anyway, so I think definitely the F9 to the E dominant is what we want there. Now we'll see what happens when I start walking for the solo section. Hello, Rotas y Lugares Brasil, and hello, person who uses characters I don't understand. I'm sorry. Metupa, just finished watching Whiplash. Wow. You know, I had tough teachers in music school. That guy reminded me of some of those. I mean, that was extreme in that movie. So nobody as hard as that. Hearing you sing, I remember how much I love when the guitar phrase is doubled up with singing. That's not a bad idea, Breeze. You know, maybe I can do that too, you know, double. Do a little, some maybe the last chord can be a little choir. That also kind of fits the vibe. All right. So what we have here, we have the little. I think I can perform that again, so I don't have to be like punching in. So just one, and then like this, and then. All right, let's do it. All right, I went too far. Hold on. Ooh. I don't know. I'm starting to think I should do. Which is the B natural diminished to the B dominant here instead of the B dominant to the A. I feel like the A resolves too much. Ha! That's interesting. Let me try that. Sorry, folks, you're watching me work out the harmony to my own song. Because all I ever wrote was a bass melody to it. I didn't even write it. I just created it in my head and memorized it. I don't know. Then it wouldn't be dominant. It would be the B flat 6, 13, B flat 13. Yeah, that sounds a little more interesting, a little more hip. So I'm just gonna play harmony. Right. Again, that works for the first part, and then the second part needs to be that F. Oh, it even could be a minor 2-5 here. After the F. F9. No, that it. La, la, la. No. La, la, la. Yeah, no, it's gotta be the E dominant, which is gonna sound nice on guitar. All right, let's continue. Once I figure this out, I can do the whole song. Yep, those chords work. Right, I'm playing the wrong note here. This is when I wish I hadn't quit my jazz piano studies. I would do this in a single take, folks, without even thinking, if I'd continued studying jazz piano for reals. You know what happened was my teacher scared the hell out of me. My piano teacher in high school. So if you want to go to music school and be a professional jazz pianist, you're going to need to learn how to sight read Bach. You're going to have to learn how to do walking bass lines and comping with varied voicings in any standard in any key. You have to memorize at least 70 standards. You have to learn all of the modes of the melodic minor scale and all of the transcribe Charlie Parker, all of the bebop melodic vocabulary. And I was like already playing funk bass in like high school bands and having a blast. So at some point I was like, I think I'm just gonna be a bass player, you know? As long as I play the root on the one, I'm safe. And that's what happened. That's how I became a bass player. Well, I was also in love with the bass as an instrument and listening to lots of Weather Report where Jaco Pastorius was just ripping it. And so there's a bunch of things. But yeah, my piano teacher scared me off of trying to be a professional jazz pianist. Yeah, the story suits up with Whiplash, right? Except that he didn't get scared off. He actually was like rose up to the challenge of his abusive teacher, and went to play after a car accident. Spoiler. And I had a teacher more like the Whiplash guy when I went to college as a bass player. He was the Vince Maggio in swing class. He was very tough on us, but he was tough. He would give us like bad grades and yell at us, but he wasn't like abusive, like at all. He was actually a very nice man once you got to know him. But he just had that older mentality of tough love, of being tough on the students to get them to really excel. So he was more what I think of when I think of Whiplash and my own musical education. That was at the University of Miami, where I went to studio music and jazz for 2 years before I went to the New England Conservatory for contemporary improvisation. All right, so that's lots of chatting here, folks. I'm sorry, I get so chatty. Oh, this is getting somewhere. I finally feel like I've unlocked, unleashed. Let me make a few little fixes. Coming up in 2 months, have to play our school concert. I'm pretty scared as hell, to be honest. Don't be scared, man. Remember, it's only music. You're not studying medicine. Nobody's gonna die under your knife. That's something I like to think of. Do your best, enjoy, have a good time. Music is about enjoyment. If you're not enjoying it, look for something else to do. And do music just for enjoyment. Don't make it your profession if it becomes hardship. It's my. I was lucky enough to have been able to do it my way, having fun, and find avenues to be able to pay the bills with it. But by no means is that necessary to be a happy, productive, creative musician. Sometimes it's better to have something else cover your expenses while you let music only be your art form. Let's open the MIDI editor and fix tiny things that in fact, I think I want that first chord. That let's record that real quick. This. Also, that was nice. I'm gonna add that. Okay, here I feel like there might be a couple. This note right here doesn't need to be there. This one also. Maybe all three would be nice, but way shorter. Like a little almost ghost note here. All right, and softer. So we're gonna go to velocity here, and we're gonna bring. Oh, not everybody. What did I do? Oh, right. God damn it. Sorry, folks. Window, MIDI editor. I selected a tool up in the main window when I meant to select it over here. And we're gonna select only these little notes here and make them way softer. Right. Right. This should have come in here. I was hesitant. I was gonna miss the chord, so I waited and came with it later. So we want it here. So we can make these longer. I would take the trimmer here and just there we go. That works. Oh, I did it again. Here it is. I'm just gonna put the MIDI header over the main window so I don't do that again. Sorry, folks. Okay. Now this piano phrase kind of covers up the melody, but also it adds some spice. So maybe in the mix I'll bring it down. Missing a note here on this chord. It's that note rather. And this is too soft, I think. It needs to be louder velocity here. Right, and here the everything's anticipated, so this note needs to be anticipated as well. Not that much, a little less, only 1/16 note. Also, a little louder. And possibly just make it short. So it doesn't need to last that long and be louder. So, don't, right? One loud hit like this. Oh, I think I held the sustain pedal. Let's go to sustain pedal, controllers, sustain. Yep, indeed. We need to move this Uh, oh wait, this rather. Uh, so what is it? Sustain. Yeah, maybe just delete this sustain here. Let's hear what that sounds like. There we go. Now, maybe I'll leave this lick here, but I think the bass should, this should be a little bass moment. I don't know. Let me just mute these. I can mute these notes without deleting them. See? Command M. Oh, Methup is also studying medicine. Oh man, I think I used the wrong metaphor. Now I got you scared of, killing somebody as a doctor, which you definitely can. You can't kill anybody with bad music. But yeah, man, be a good doctor. I'm married to one, by the way. My wife is a doctor, wonderful doctor. And so is my grandfather. I have a great respect for the medical profession. Right. Yeah, it was definitely nice to let the bass just have that moment. But now we need that first chord here. So I'm just gonna record it. All right, there's sustain there, so I shouldn't do the glissando down. Just hold the chord. I'm also feeling like I need to fill this out a little bit here. Right? Right? This note was by mistake. Okay. Yeah, fill out the chord a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, I make up for my shortcomings as a jazz pianist with my abilities as a Pro Tools editor, which is the story of my life. I'm not disciplined enough or don't have enough time in the day or not talented enough or whatever to be like a complete master on all of the instruments I play. So on all of them I have to compensate somehow with my production technique. Except the bass. I think I can get away with playing not this one, not the upright, but the electric bass. I can consider myself probably professional. What am I playing here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this so I can follow that bass melody with the piano a little more. Oh, got one wrong note here. And yeah, let's hit that one with just the E in octaves. The D, sorry. And again, I wasn't looking at the keyboard and got double notes here, and they were early. Maybe I want that octave higher too. Nice. This is starting to sound a lot better. Alright, we need this chord, which is the F9. I'll just bring it to the 1 here. This note's too soft. Dun-dun-dun. Right, we can maybe repeat that. Dun-dun-dun. I think I need to play that note. Yeah, to really know where it goes. It's a low D. There you go. Sometimes it's just easier to perform than to edit. Maybe I don't need this. Yeah, a little better. But we might want these to last a little longer. There you go. I think, yeah, I got this chord wrong, didn't I? Actually, that sounds nice, just that one note. And this one's wrong too. Dun, dun. I made it just one note again. All right. It's a little early, and this could be louder. So we'll go back to velocity here and make it louder. Yeah, I think this needs to be a fuller chord right here. Yeah, let's make this note shorter. It doesn't make sense for it to outlast my quick gliss down. And also, another case of me anticipating with the bass and not nailing it with the piano. So. Here I like the piano doubling the bass melody. They're far enough apart in pitch to where they complement each other nicely without overshadowing each other. Now I didn't phrase it exactly the same, and it's kind of nice, but I'm not sure. I think maybe I need the piano to phrase exactly like the bass, since this is still the exposition of the melody. It's the first time that the B section is happening. plain fudged it. All right. Ah, no, it's. Here we go. Oh, I still need to do it. Right. That solo didn't start well. It might not be a piano solo, but it could be. I think I should probably try to do a piano solo there. Now this note's too soft. Let's bring up the velocity on there. That's kind of cool, that trill there. Yeah, it didn't nail this chord. We need to be. Yep, there you go. So here the piano anticipated when it too much. All right, let's try a little single note piano solo here. I got a note from Expedia here. It might be about my hotel reservation. By the way, folks, tomorrow I'm going on my little family road trip for my birthday celebration. We're going to Morelia to check out the sites over there. It's a really beautiful city, beautiful colonial city. And then from there, we're going to a little beach house. So I'm going to be out of the studio for the next 5 days or so. So no live stream until probably Tuesday next week. So this is Wednesday. So that'll be almost a full week break, folks. So sorry about that, but hopefully, I don't know, maybe I can do something with my phone and my bass. I'm bringing a bass. I don't know. You might still see me like show up just to say hi to you folks because I love you. But I mean, as far as like proper composition live streams in my studio, that's gonna be until Tuesday next week. Okay, let's continue. Let's do this little piano solo here. Who's still here, folks? Say hi. I'm guessing Breeze, Methupa, Lumimia. It might still be here. David, perhaps. All right, let's do this piano solo. checked it out up to that point. Methupa, enjoy vacation. Breeze, sounds like you have a good times ahead. Yeah, it's gonna be nice and relaxing. Family trip with my mom who's here from Brazil, and my two daughters, my wife. I wish I have an adult son. He's 25, also a musician, lives in California. I wish he could have come. Would have been a lot of fun with him around as well. Right? That's what I meant. Sometimes, when I fudge something, I just keep going because I know I'm recording MIDI. I know what I meant to play. So I know that I can go back over and bring that note to where it was supposed to go. This note should also be louder. Not too much, because you don't want to lose that accenting. That's part of the swing, right? Part of the phrasing. This is maybe some of these edits I could have avoided if I were using the weighted action keyboard. Right, this is when it goes to the B section. So I can do like one stab and then continue. Kind of nice. That was a kind of nice piano solo. I like that I've quoted the melody at the end there. So let's have a listen if there's anything to fix or make better. I'm not sure about that little arpeggio run there. Let's go back to the beginning of the solo, perhaps. Here's a note that I didn't love. Right? Right? Yeah, that did it. That fixed it. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, I'm not sure I love this. Let's see what I can do here instead. Almost didn't feel natural because I was that shift from this register down to didn't feel. So maybe I should do it. Right, let's a little blues lick in this range instead of up high. Yeah, almost. Let me just do it better. Right, and that'll go right into that. There we go. This little trill could be a little louder. And again, this is something that probably would have sounded already pretty good if I had used the weight action keyboard. I was starting to double guess my decision to not go get that piano. But yeah, we're almost done. Right, so now let's just do the end. Hold on. Let's already fix some things here. Too loud? This note's too loud. This note. There we go. Let's see. Maybe this should follow the triplet feel of dong dong ding. This note's too soft. Yeah, this sounds nice. This note's also too soft. Notice that when I choose the note up here, not only do I hear it with its current loudness, but it also highlights it down in the velocity section so that I know which one I need to bring up. All right, couple things to fix here. But yeah, now I think it's a nice moment to double the melody with the piano. And in fact, it makes it sound not so boring because I'm not doing the same thing again. And now I'm thinking that maybe I should leave the entire melody at the end rather than just one A section to close it off. All right, Mathupa, thank you for saying goodbye. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's super late over there in Sri Lanka. And yeah, thank you. You have a good time as well. There we go, fixed it. Now we do the upper melody. And this time, since on the first time I doubled the melody on the piano for the B section, maybe this time we'll just be like. Right? Just comp it. No, we need more time. Wait, I should do this G. I should follow that little chromatic. Right. Something like that would be nice. But let me come from before so I can really get a feel for where I am. Okay, almost worked. I can do better. There we go, something like that. That was interesting. That was kind of a mistake that I liked. Let's see. Okay, here maybe go back to some minimalistic stuff like. This is the end chord right here. I like that tension. Okay. Just bring this chord over there. Moves too fast. Right there. All right, I think we have a piano take, folks, but we're gonna have one last go over. Yeah, it's because this is important. I know it gets boring. Might have lost some of you. It's definitely more fun when I nail takes on first try, which I sometimes do on bass or drums. No, I just realized I don't have a lot of time. So I think I'm going to leave the fine tuning of this piano for another day because it's going to be more fun to record this melodica. And if I have time, the guitar, and then we'll finish all the editing and mixing on Tuesday next week. So melodica. This is on input 2 of my ADAT compatible interface. Oh, did I make it a stereo track? Didn't mean to. Delete mono melodica. Okay, where is it? Right here. We'll put it before the reverb. Always leave your effects and master all the way to the right, just to keep things organized. ADAT input 2. Let's make sure that we're on low latency monitoring so we don't hear it doubled. And let's do a take. Just like that. Hold on. Didn't start as strong as I could. Also, let me turn off the talkback microphone for this take and check the level. Level is looking good. Looking good enough. Maybe a little bit. We can give it a tiny bit more gain. All right. Talkback off, and let's do a take. Okay, I'm still just kind of getting the feel for where this will fit, and not super happy with how I started, so I'm just gonna stop the take and start again. I think this has to be ear candy, just tiny details again. Otherwise, it's getting too dense. I like it. I like the take. I think there's maybe a couple things to edit, to clean up. But it's really quite nice, actually, if I may say so myself. So now maybe we have time for a little bit of guitar. Who's still here with me? Who's interested in hearing what the bass 6 sounds like? Try that first. And for that, oh, by the way, sorry, I only thought of facing the camera to the melodica at the very end of the last take. Forgot about that. You guys should have been watching my little nimble fingers move. That would have been cooler. But at least you can hear it and see my little face. Such a Mexican and Brazilian thing to use diminutives for everything. Little face, little fingers. Okay, now for this, I have a preset that I like, that I created for the basics on my HX stomp, my line 6 HX stomp. So that means I can plug straight into it and not worry about fiddling with amps settings and things like that, because it'll just sound cool already. Because I've already done the work. I've already done the preliminary preparation work for that. Oh, it looks like my GoPro is going a little crazy again. So this is the HX stomp here. It's a wonder of nature. It's a gorgeous invention by line 6. And it's going into inputs, as far as I know, inputs 5 and 6 of my... Oh, wait a minute. Where's this input cable coming from? Nowhere. No, this is the pedal. The input is coming from the AB switch here. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. It's coming from the parallel output of my Sans amp. There we go. So this is the bass 6. And the bass 6, the Beatles played it. I think whenever Paul was playing piano or something else, and George had to play, either George or John Lennon had to play bass. They were not bass players, so they would use this thing. This is a guitar tuned an octave low. So let's find that preset that I made for, there it is, Squire VI. It's got a little tremolo. Now we have way too much reverb going on here. I think I'm going to turn off the Strymon, because there's already reverb on the preset. And this has got reverb, so we're going to use a stereo track for the bass 6. That's pretty quiet. I thought it might be hummy, but it's not. And it's already in tune because Edgar did that for me. So we're going to call this the bass VI, or bass 6 track. And we're getting our input from 5 and 6 here. ADAT 5 and 6. Nice. So we're going to go. Wait a minute. Is this... I can use pretty much the same pattern or fingering as I did on the upright. So let's hear what this sounds like. Really curious about that bass 6. Sounds good. Nice fitting tremolo, right? Also, I can filter out the bass so it's not fighting. See, it's got a built-in high pass, so it sounds more guitar-like and it's great, better for doubling. Also, I can select the pickups, right? Can be that, can be this. These are all off. This is just the bridge. I think that's it. The bridge sound, what we want. Ah, this is gonna sound really cool. All right, let's do it. Oh, wait, I was playing in the wrong key. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I think I like this better. It's both bridge and neck pickup. This is all three. Sounds nice too. I don't know. I'm wondering if all three or just bass, bridge and neck. I think this is more like. And there's tremolo bar too, but I'm not gonna fiddle with it too much because it'll get it out of tune. So this or this? This sounds nice too. I don't know. I'll try that. I have to go. Thank you for this moment, Kinkas. Lumimia, goodbye. Thank you for joining me again. And have a great night. See you soon. Okay, let's try this. Okay, maybe it's an octave above. And wow, this spring reverb is really convincing on my HX Stomp. Sounds like a real spring. All right, let's try an octave above. Now, I like the low octave. Maybe it won't be there all the time. Or maybe it'll be softly behind the upright in the mix. But I'm liking that vibe. Doesn't this thing sound great? Let's do it. I don't have time to waste right now. I'm gonna do this and go. I'm liking that when I do the I'm gonna save this one because I like a lot of what I did. So I'm gonna save this as a playlist and do one more take and then leave, folks. I don't have a lot of time right now. Wow, things coming together quite nicely. Oops, sorry. Okay, that wasn't a perfect take, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. I might be able to just edit it and make it work, or I might do another take when we're back next week. So I gotta go. Thank you, everyone. Are those 6-string bass strings or special strings? They're special. They're made for this instrument. They're lighter gauge, and the tuning is not like a normal 6-string bass, which is low B, high C. This is actually exactly like a guitar. So E, A, D, G, B, E, right? But an octave lower. So yeah, they're special bass 6 strings. That's what you gotta get when you have one of these. All right. See ya. Have fun, everyone. Maybe I'll connect a little bit over there at the beach, play a little bass for you all. Otherwise, we'll see. I'll see you on Monday. Thanks again. See you soon. Stay human.